Hello students, welcome to Chem Expert classes. I hope you all are doing great. Today I have come up with the sample paper for you guys. So this is sample paper 1 which we are going to solve. We are going to solve it in 3 parts. Today we are going to solve only 15 questions and then in another 2 parts we are going to cover the entire sample paper. So please watch all the videos. Now we are starting with the first sample paper over here. First the instructions are like this. Section A, B and C, you're going to have 3 sections. Each section is going to have 24 question and C section is going to have 12 questions. Out of section A and B, you are going to attempt 20 in each. And in section C, you are going to attempt 10 questions. Now, all the questions are of equal marks. So as of now, each question will be of 0.8 marks and there is no negative marking for a wrong answer. Now let us begin with section A, question number 1. So question number 1 says, a student added dilute HCl to the test tube containing zinc granules and made the following observations. So basically you have to select the correct observation by the student. The first is zinc surface become dull and black. Second, a gas evolved which burnt with a pop sound. Third, solution remained colorless. Fourth, solution becomes green in color. So out of these, first of all, you should know the reaction which takes place, which goes like zinc when reacts with hydrochloric acid gives ZnCl2 zinc chloride plus H2 gas, right? So this is the reaction that takes place. Now, what we are going to do is, we can see over here is that hydrogen gas is evolved during the process. And we know that hydrogen gas evolves with a pop sound, right? So here we can see that option B is the correct one. I hope this is clear to all of you. Moving ahead to the question number 2. And in an attempt to demonstrate the electrical conductivity through an electrolyte, the following apparatus was set up. So this is an apparatus. What a student has done is, he has taken dilute NaOH solution. This is the main thing over here which you have to concentrate on. You have to observe the apparatus and tell us the correct answer. So first option is, bulb will not glow because electrolyte is not acidic. Second, bulb will glow because NaOH is a strong base and furnishes ions for conduction. Third, bulb will not glow because circuit is incomplete. Fourth, bulb will not glow because it depends upon the type of electrolytic solution. So first thing which you have to observe over here is the bulb is going to glow. Why? Because the circuit is definitely complete, as you can see here, and also you have an electrolyte, NaOH, and NaOH, as you know, is a strong base already, and you have already studied in the chapter acid bases and salts that strong acids and strong bases conduct electricity very well. They are good electrolytes. So the bulb is going to glow, right? So option A, that is first, third and fourth, are absolutely wrong because in all the options we have given that bulb will not glow. So all these are wrong. So we are only left with answer second. That is, the bulb will glow because NaOH is a strong base and furnishes ion for conduction. As we already know, when we will add NaOH in water, what is going to happen? We are going to get the ions, right? And these ions will help in the conduction of electricity. Coming to the third question, which of the following statement are incorrect? First one, non-metal possess property of ductility and malleability. Non-metal elements are brittle. Metals can produce ringing sound by striking. Fourth, melting point and boiling point of metals are low. So you already know that metals are sonorous. That means they produce ringing sound by striking. Correct. Also, we know that non-metallic elements, that means non-metals are brittle. They are not ductile, they are not malleable, they are brittle. So, part 2 and part 3 are correct. So therefore, option C is the correct one. That means you had to select incorrect option. Coming to the fourth question, which is, which of the following statement about the chemical reaction is true? First one, total mass is not altered. Total mass of molecules remain unchanged. Total number of moles remain the same. The total number of reaction molecule is always equal to the total number of molecules of product. So you have to select the correct option. Which one is true? So option A is the correct option, as you already have studied a law of conservation of mass in grade 9th, wherein the total mass of the reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. The total mass of the entire chemical reaction is always conserved. Therefore, option A is correct and rest all are wrong. Now coming to the fifth question, which of the following are correctly matched? Acid plus salt when react with each other give metal plus hydrogen, which is absolutely wrong. This does not happen. Acid plus metal carbonate gives salt, carbon dioxide and water, absolutely correct. Metal oxide plus acid gives salt and water, absolutely correct. So option 2 and 3 are correct. So option B is the correct answer and rest are wrong. Coming to question number 6, which is, copper oxide plus hydrogen gas gives copper plus water. Which of the following pair is correct regarding the oxidation and reduction? Looking into the options, first option is oxidation for CuO and reduction of hydrogen. So here oxidation, as you know, is the addition of oxygen and reduction is the removal of oxygen, in simple words, right? So here if we see that copper oxide is getting converted into copper, that means oxygen is getting removed to form copper. Here hydrogen is converting into water, that means oxygen is getting added to hydrogen to give water, correct? So here we can see that copper oxide is losing oxygen and hydrogen is gaining oxygen. That means copper oxide is getting reduced and hydrogen is getting oxidized, right? So oxidation is happening for H2 and reduction is happening for CuO. That means B option is the correct option. I hope all these things are clear to you. If you have any kind of doubts, you can put it in the comment section. I will definitely look into it and I will revert to you. Coming to question number 7, the following reaction is used for the preparation of oxygen gas in laboratory. We have taken potassium chlorate. On heating it in the presence of a catalyst, we get potassium chloride and oxygen gases evolved, right? Now, which of the following statement is or are correct about the reaction? First is, it is a decomposition reaction and endothermic in nature. So do you think it is a decomposition reaction or not is the question first of all. So decomposition reaction is one in which there is one reactant and then it further divides to give us 2 or more products. That is called a decomposition reaction, correct? Now, yes, it is a decomposition reaction. Okay, it is a combination reaction. No, it is a decomposition reaction. Yes, it is a photochemical decomposition reaction. Now, what is photochemical decomposition reaction? Is the one in which we use light for the decomposition reaction. But here we are not using light, but we are using heat. So option B and option D are absolutely wrong. Now coming to option A and option C. Now, the decomposition reaction and endothermic is given in option A. Decomposition and release of heat is given in option C, right? So here as we can see that there is no release of heat, right? Because heat is getting absorbed in the reaction. As we are supplying the heat, heat is getting absorbed. So there is no release of heat and this process is an endothermic process. Of course, whenever we provide heat by ourselves, then that reaction is known as endothermic reaction, and when the heat is evolved, that is known as exothermic. So here as heat is provided by us in the reactants, then it is an endothermic reaction and hence option A is the correct one. Coming to question number 8, which is a systematic diagram is given below and you have to find out the incorrect statement. Which one is the incorrect statement you have to look into, right? So here you have to first solve this diagram, correct? You have to find out A, B, C, D and E first of all. Now let us first complete this diagram and then we will proceed with the options. So first you have solid A, right? You have to identify this solid first, right? Then with the solid A, when heated, gives vapor of B and HCl vapors, correct? So also when solid A is heated in the presence of aqueous NaOH, that means aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, it gives you a gas C, right? So now let us start with the filling this diagram up. So option A, that is a solid A, is going to be NH4Cl, which is ammonium chloride. When we heat ammonium chloride, we will get NH3 plus HCl. Okay, NH3 is ammonia. So when ammonium chloride is heated, you will get ammonia vapors and HCl vapors. When ammonia is heated in the presence of NaOH, you are going to get NaCl plus ammonia plus water, right? So the gas over here is ammonia. All right. Now, when you heat ammonia, when you add hydrochloric acid to ammonia, what is going to happen? Again, the reverse reaction is going to happen. You will get NH4Cl. D is ammonium chloride again. And then when you add ammonium chloride to water, you are going to have ammonium hydroxide plus HCl. So here you can see that B is ammonia, A is ammonium chloride, C is ammonia again, D is ammonium chloride and E is ammonium hydroxide plus ammonium plus hydrochloric acid. I hope this is clear to you. Now here we can see that A and E. Here we have ammonium chloride and we have ammonium hydroxide plus HCl, which is again ammonium chloride only. So E and A are chemically the same, right? Also A and D, right? We have ammonium chloride, A is ammonium chloride and D is also ammonium chloride. So this is also the same. Now coming to D and E, of course these are also same. This is also ammonium chloride. These two together will form ammonium chloride. So these two are also the same. The thing is here is that C and E are chemically not same. They are different, as C is ammonia and E is ammonium chloride. Okay, so option D is the incorrect option which we wanted to select. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now coming to the question number 9. Which of the following type of medicine is used for treating indigestion? Antibiotic, anti-analgesics, antacids and antiseptics. So as we already know, indigestion happens because of the excess of acid in our stomach, right? In order to cure the acid, we take bases and the reaction between acid and bases takes place, which is called neutralization reaction, and then we get the relief, right? And bases are also known as antacids, right? So the correct option is antacids. Coming to question number 10th, which is when potassium iodide solution is added to the solution of lead nitrate, dash reaction occurs. Very simple, you have to just write the chemical reaction, which is potassium iodide Ki reacting with PbNO3, giving you KNO3 plus PBI, right? So this is, as you can see, it's a double displacement reaction. So C option is the correct one. Coming to question number 11. Question number 11 is, the diagram shows the part of human gas exchange system. Here is the diagram given to you, respiratory system. Here W, X, Y and Z you have to tell. which is which one, right? So first of all, W is, you already know, here you have W, this is larynx, right? X, this is of course trachea. Y is bronchus, and then Z is, Y is bronchioles, and Z is bronchus. Now you have the options, you can select. W is larynx, W larynx, D option. Okay, X is trachea, X is trachea, Y is bronchiole, Z is bronchus. So option D is the correct option. Coming to question number 12. The diagram shows the arrangement of cell inside the leaves of a green plant. No cell content are shown. Which of the following cells normally contain chloroplast? So there are 4 different parts of the leaf given to you. 4 different cells. Now you have to tell which part contains chloroplast. So let me tell you, option Part 2 and Part 4 contain chloroplast. Part 1 and Part 3 do not contain chloroplast. This is the upper epidermis. This is the lower epidermis. So lower of epidermis does contain the chloroplast. Okay. So option A is the correct one, as second part and the fourth part do contain the chloroplast. Coming to question number 13, waste product of the skin is also known as salt, urine, sweat and urea. Here you have to keep in mind is that skin is given over here, not the body, right? So the waste product of the skin, as we all know, is the sweat, right? When we sweat, the waste product from our skin gets out of our body, right? So this is the answer. Coming to question number 14, the given figure represents the movement of the water and minerals in xylem and the movement of food in phloem. So you have been given with xylem and phloem. So can you distinguish which one is xylem and which one is phloem? Right? Out of these two, first you have to distinguish which one is xylem and which one is phloem. So this one is phloem and this one is xylem. Alright, now why is it phloem? Is, if you have studied the chapter, then you must know that phloem also has a companion cell with it. So here you can see the companion cell over here, right? Also, phloem is made up of sieve tubes. As you can see, this is a sieve tube structure. So this is a phloem, this is the xylem, right? Now you have to select the correct option. Now you have Z, Y and X, right? You have to tell the correct option. First one, X, major conducting cell in xylem. So as I've already told you, this tube is phloem and X is for phloem. So this option cannot be it, because here you have given that this is xylem, right? Now next one is major conducting cell in phloem. Yes, it can be the answer. Major conducting cell in xylem and phloem, no. Major cells of xylem but function is not defined, no, right? So the option, it is very simple. B option is only correct because this is obviously phloem, as I've already told you. Y is nucleated. Here is Y, this companion cell is Y, and you must have studied that the companion cell does contain the nucleus. So of course it is nucleated. Flow is unidirectional in Z. Here you can see the arrows going upwards. So yes, it is unidirectional. So option B is the correct option. Coming to question number 15. The given figure represents the structure of nephron, right? So now you have to select which section of the nephron is responsible for concentrating the solute in the filtrate. Is it P, Q, R and S? Of course it is R, because the concentration or concentrating the solute takes place in tubule, and R is tubule. So option C is the correct option. Question number 16. An experiment is set up, and let me tell you, this is a very important question. Now let us begin. An experiment is set up as shown. Flask 1 here and flask 2 contain lime water. So both contain lime water. Air is pumped through the flasks. So how is air pumped? Here, first the air is pumped in this one, flow is in this direction, and then here is air is coming out from this one. Right? So in the first test tube, the potassium hydroxide solution is added, of course, and it absorbs carbon dioxide gas. Now you have to select the correct option. What is the appearance of lime water in the flask 1 and flask 2 after the period of 10 minutes? So you already know when you will blow the air, then what will happen? There will be a reaction between carbon dioxide and potassium hydroxide, of course, right? And as it is given that potassium hydroxide absorbs carbon dioxide gas, then what will happen? Here in this, CO2 will enter and the reaction will take place, which is KOH plus CO2 will give you K2CO3 plus H2, right? So this reaction, H2O, this reaction will take place, and then the potassium carbonate will be formed, and no carbon dioxide will be left for it to go into the flask 1, right? And since there is no carbon dioxide going in flask 1, the carbon dioxide will not be present in the flask 1, and hence lime water will not turn milky at all, or white or cloudy, right? So it will remain clear, of course. So flask 1 is definitely going to have a clear solution. So it can be either option A or option B. C and D are absolutely wrong. Now what is happening in flask 2 will give us the answer. Here you can see you have been given with living animals, and we already know that the respiration takes place and they respire, they give out carbon dioxide gas. So what will happen? Carbon dioxide gas will pass from this flask into the flask 2, right? And here we have lime water. When carbon dioxide will add in the lime water, will mix in the lime water, then lime water will turn milky or cloudy, right? So this reaction will take place, and hence the option B is the correct option. I hope this is clear to all of you. We have discussed 16 questions so far. I will bring another class for you all, and in that one we will discuss all the remaining questions. Till then, please let me know if you have any kind of doubts in these 16 questions. Put it in the comment section, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel, because I will be coming up with a lot more videos before your exams, and we will be practicing a lot more questions in future. Bye bye. Take care.